Hi everyone. Happy Monday. Happy New Week. I hope you all had a fantastic Monday so far. So, I love my business so much, guys, because tell me how I went in the office today, but I set a goal like yesterday that on Monday, which is today, I was going to do a live session, right? But because I went in the office today, I came back feeling very tired. And I like, you know what? I have been procrastinating. I wanted to watch the Polygamist. Like my sister-in-law have been raving about it. So I wanted to watch it. So this evening I'm like, okay, when I'm done everything with the kids, I'm just going to lie down and watch it. See, guys, tell me why I lay on my bed and my anxiety level just is just going crazy. Like I'm literally just judging myself, like, yo, you need to get up here and have some conversation with your people, share this amazing opportunity with people, because the way I'm feeling the exact way Jeremiah felt when God asked him to go declare the good news to the people when they were really, really punishing him, persecuting him. He didn't want to, go and share the message anymore, right? But he said there was a fire in his heart. So that is how I'm feeling. So today's topic, guys, is a very dicey one, and it is, what if your biggest risk isn't failure? Right? Because sometimes people always feel like failure is their biggest risk. But what if that is not your biggest risk? So that is the topic we're going to be talking about today. Hi, my name is Coach Angel. If you're watching me on replay, or you just stumble on my life and you decided to join, welcome, welcome. I am a mom of three boys. I am originally from Nigeria, but currently live in Canada. I'm an IT project manager by day, and at night, I am a digital business coach and strategist. Okay, so what we do here is we help professionals who want to build beyond their 9 to 5, or who want to retire early, or who wants something, extra income, build legitimate income online. Okay. So, as I said, the topic for today is, what if your biggest risk isn't failure? Okay. Because most people think, as I said before, that the biggest risk in life is starting a business. A lot of people feel like starting a business is their biggest risk. Okay. But can I challenge that thought for a minute? Stay with me while I challenge that thought for a minute, because that is not your biggest challenge, okay? So I want to tell you that, what if your biggest risk is actually spending the next 10 years doing exactly what you are doing today and ending up in the same place financially? That's your biggest risk. Because a few months ago, my son asked me a simple question. He was like, Mom, are you working today? And before I answered, I realized something, guys. I realized something. And what I realized was that he wasn't asking if I loved my job. He was asking if I'm available to take him to a sport game. Okay. So, as a parent, we tell ourselves we're doing all of this for our children. Like, I've seen a lot of fellow immigrants say, oh, we moved here for the children, right? People say, oh, I'm working so hard for my children. I am picking up extra shifts for my children. The long hour, the overtime, the sacrifice. But really, guys, are we? Because sometimes in the process of providing for our families, we accidentally become less present for them. Can anyone relate? Anyone on this life? If you can relate, please drop I can relate in the comment section. See, I always use this illustration when I discuss this, okay? Imagine you're driving from Toronto to Calgary. So for people who are watching and they're not based in Canada, and Calgary, they're cities, okay, in Canada. So you're driving, just imagine driving from Toronto to Calgary, okay? And you have one GPS, one route, okay? One road. Then suddenly there is a road closure. Now what? Now what's going to happen? Like, are you going to be stuck there, or you're going to look for alternative? So most people approach income the same way: one job, one paycheck. But life changes, inflation changes, industry changes, company changes. Tomorrow, business, they might not, your company might not find business value in your role or your department. And boom, you wake up one day, it is all gone. And for me personally, that's one of the reasons why I started looking for another options, okay? Not because I don't love my job. I love my job. Not because I wanted to become rich overnight, okay? Anything shiny object counts me out. I didn't want to get rich overnight, but because I wanted choices, right? I wanted options. I wanted a plan that did not, depend entirely on my 9 to 5. I wanted something I could build, in the evening, just like this, something fun that I could build, right? Something that I could just grow while I was, still working. Something that can impact other people's lives. Okay, something that I could give my family, give my family more options in the future, and something like legacy. Like, I am one of those people that, like, I love anything legacy, because when I'm gone, I want my kids to look back. I want them to boast about me. Like, do you know who my mother was? See, this is what she left for me, and I am enjoying what the legacy that my mom left for me, right? So one thing I have learned from immigrants is that we are some of the most resilient people on the earth, especially us from Africa. See, we moved countries, started over, learn new systems, adapted to the new cultures. Yet, when it comes to creating additional income, many of us suddenly started doubting themselves. See, why? Why? See, we have already proven that we can do hard things. Like my business, in a couple of years ago, there were no really much people like from Africa in our community. Because why? Because we are always scared of everything in the online space. We always think that everything in the online space is a scam, right? But today, now, the few Black people in the community, trust me, in the couple of 10 years, like, is it 10 years, like 9 years upwards, like 9 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years I have been in this community, they are one of the top earners. Why? Because we immigrants, we Africa, we know it's in the pursue us. We love the soft life. We love the good things of life. We have good taste. So anything that we put our hand into, anything that we want to do, because we're so smart and we're so determined, we always ace it. We are always the best. Right? So why are you being afraid? Why are you being afraid and don't give this opportunity a chance, like to exploit, right? Exploit the opportunity. Because the way our business is built in a way that you can, there are different layers to how you can exploit the business. Sometimes you don't even need to talk to anyone until you exploit the business and you decide you want to go ahead. So let's say, for example, you check my bio now, my website is there. You click on the bio, you put in your email address and your name. A free webinar is going to open for you, right? Will be unlocked for you. So once you watch it, once you watch that free webinar, there is a prompt there that prompts you to pay the access fee. That's the second layer. Once you watch that once you pay the access fee, they're going to send you videos that kind of explain the business as a whole. So you watch those videos, take your time, you watch those videos. You have 30 freaking days. Can you beat that? 30 days to take your time to exploit the business, watching the videos. playing it over and over again so that you can have full knowledge of the business, like you're well informed to the extent that you can make a decision whether you want to do the business or not. So at that point, once you're done watching, what you're going to do is two things at that point: decision time. Either you're moving forward with the business, or you are requesting a refund of your access fee. So you see why I said that if you want to exploit the business, sometimes you don't even have to come in contact with a human. If you want to just sneak in and see what is happening and decide whether you want to do the business. So for me, I'm very passionate, to help busy working professionals learn a business model that fits around their existing lives, because I know as professionals, I know how busy our lives are, especially if you have a family, right? If you have like young family, even the grown kids, I know how busy our life is, right? So that is why I am so passionate about this business model, right? Because this is business model, you don't need to quit your job. You don't need to have a huge social media following, because that was one of the things that discouraged me the first time that I came across this out. I actually thought that I need a huge social media follower, but you don't. You don't need to know everything, right? From the start, because you're not alone. This is a franchise business model, right? So it means that you're not starting from the scratch, and you have access to a coach and a mentor, right? All you just need is just your willingness to learn something new and apply it, right? So I'm going to round up soon. I have a question for you. If nothing changed financially over the next 5 years, would you be happy with where you're headed? This is a question I want you to really reflect on. If you're watching this on replay or you're here on this live, I really need you to take your time at your quiet time and reflect on this question. If nothing changed financially over the next 5 years, would you be happy with where you're headed? If your answer is no, the answer is maybe, see, it is time to explore another option. And if you're somebody that once your paycheck comes, before the next paycheck, your credit card is already crying, or everything is already gone, paying bills, and you're not able to even save something out of it. See, this is a time for you to explore this opportunity. If you're one of those people who falls under this category, even if you're somebody that ends well, just like me, right? Everything is going on well, you're not stretched financially. See, trust me, having just one source of income is high risk. Like, that's one of the worst situation you can put yourself. Okay, comment option in the comment section, guys. Comment option in the comment section, or send me a DM option, and I will get in touch with you to plug you into the same system, okay, that I get plugged into, that I'm building along my 9 to 5. Like, I don't have to adjust my schedule to fit into this, right? So, because sometimes the goal isn't to escape your job, it is to create enough choices. That's the goal, is to create enough option, enough choices that you are never trapped in one. Or as I always say, you are never, stuck in a toxic environment as a workplace, right? You have those options that if anything happens tomorrow, your anxiety level is not going off the roof. You're not scared, and you're not reducing the standard that you are used to living, or your kids are used to living, because you lost your job. Why? Because you were wise enough to build something beyond your 9 to 5 as your plan B. Okay, so I'm going to draw the curtain here. Thank you so much for joining this live. And if you're watching on replay, I look forward to connecting with you all. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.